Headlines this morning, we'll be taking a look at the Guardian newspaper. We'll also have Tribune, Punch, and The Nation newspaper. Beginning with the Guardian newspaper, Pengasyn, Dangote refinery meet FG over labour dispute. A delegation of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, Pengasyn, and the management of the Dangote Petroleum Refinery on Monday met with the federal government to resolve a dispute over labour issues. The meeting took place at the Ministry of Labour and Employment in Abuja. In attendance were the Minister of Labour and Employment, Muhammad Dingyadi, and the Minister of State, Nkiruka Oyejocha. ASU issues 14-day ultimatum to FG over 7-point demands. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, has given the federal government a 14-day ultimatum to address its 7-point demands or face industrial action. The decision was reached at the union's National Executive Council NEC meeting held on Sunday at the University of Abuja. As the national president, Professor Chris Piwona, disclosed this in a strike notice personally signed and released to journalists on Monday in Abuja. Tight security as Tinubu visits Imo today. As President Bola Tinubu embarks on an official visit to Imo State today, the police say all the security agencies operating in the state have committed to providing watertight security before, during and after the visit to ensure hitch-free activities. This was contained in a statement issued yesterday by the spokesperson of the State Police Command, Henry Okoye. Also, major streets in Owerri and environs, especially all the newly built facilities which Tinubu will inaugurate, are wearing new looks. Coastal Highway, Umahi issues ultimatum over alleged demolition of $250 million estate. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, has issued a 7-day ultimatum to Win Homes Global Services Limited to publicly provide documentary evidence of its alleged $250 million diaspora investment in the Okwaja estate. He also urged the company to tender a formal apology within the same period, warning that failure to comply would prompt petitions to security agencies and international authorities. Police to commence enforcement of tinted glass permit despite court notice. Despite ongoing court proceedings, the Nigeria Police Force says it is prepared to begin enforcement of the tinted glass permit policy on October 2. In April 2025, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetogun, introduced a policy requiring motorists to obtain annual tinted glass permits from the NPF at a cost of 14,200 naira. In August 2025, the IGP approved a 52-day extension of the enforcement deadline, moving the commencement date to October 2, 2025. Move on to Tribune. FG cancels Independence Day parade. The federal government has announced the cancellation of the Independence Anniversary Parade, previously scheduled to mark the 65th Independence on Wednesday, October 1st. Director, Information and Public Relations, Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Segun Imohiose, announced this in a statement on Monday. Court stops Pengasyn others from cutting gas supply to Dangote refinery. Justice Emmanuel Danjuma Subilim of the National Industrial Court sitting in Abuja has restrained the Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers Association of Nigeria, Pengasyn, from embarking on its planned industrial action against Dangote Petroleum Refinery and petrochemicals. Justice Subilim, in a ruling on an ex parte application filed by Dangote Refinery on Monday, specifically restrained the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, and the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, who are defendants in the suit, from cutting crude and gas supply to Dangote refinery. From the Punch newspaper, NNPC Dangote refinery signed fresh 2-year crude deal. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has signed another 2-year crude supply agreement with the Dangote Petroleum Refinery. The paper gathered that the deal signed last month would ensure the steady supply of crude to the 650,000 barrel per day refinery located in Lekki, Lagos. It was further gathered that the deal is in line with the federal government's determination to supply more crude to the facility, especially in Naira. Arrested from the Punch, Togolese driver arrested for injuring Lagos pedestrian. A driver identified as a national of Togo was arrested on Monday for causing grievous bodily injury to a pedestrian at the Adeniji-Adele intersection in Lagos State. The Director of Public Affairs and Enlightenment for the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, Adebayo Taufik, confirmed the incident in a statement on Monday. Taufik noted that the driver, while driving without caution, rammed into the pedestrian who was attempting to cross the expressway. And lastly, from the Nation newspaper, massive turnout for CVR shows Nigerians' confidence in electoral process, says INEC. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has said the impressive turnout of Nigerians in the ongoing continuous voter registration CVR reflects citizens' confidence in the nation's electoral process. Chief Press Secretary to the INEC chief, Rotimi Oyekumi, told the paper that Nigerians are actively taking advantage of the CVR to contribute to electoral reforms, contrary to claims of declining public trust in elections. Well, that's it. You can pick up a copy of any of the dailies you would like to read more. Also, interact with us via our social media platforms on X, Lagos Traffic 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Traffic Radio 961, and follow me across social media at Dele Agadumo.